Okay, so that brings us to session 32 of our Shadowrun storyline, where our characters are currently in a location known as Angel Grove, located between Los Angeles and Portland. Somewhere there, I'm sure. Their characters had travelled out there to find out if they could track down any of the trying to find out if they could track down any of the will remnants of Desrin Deadshot's family, because apparently his grandfather had left him something in the will, as Portland lawyers E.L. F had pointed out to him.
Well, like I said, we didn't really know, or Desrin didn't went down there without knowing much at all, just the fact that he hadn't known he had family and a grandfather and things like that. And so when he was apparently mentioning a will, and the fact that his dad was sorting out the will in Portland, that there was this Angel Grove context, but he was curious to find out. It had no background or knowledge, and it was certainly a bit surprising when we got there.
And I'm hearing that the stories of the unusual creatures that show up in the region, with all that fake footage you've seen over the years, that looks like a child with a Steadicam had made it.
Yeah.
And done the special effects on their home computer. But I'm sure that can't be real. So flying in, you managed to have your technology short out on you for a short time. You found a door factory, which made Flogger extremely happy.
We managed to avoid detection on our entry, which apparently was seemingly more, not so much detection of unauthorised entry, but apparently we got confused with being what we've later found out to be a monster alert.
And you managed to stay in a hotel, finding out that the top floor was the cheapest floor. And you figured out why it was the cheapest when a creature of unusual size attacked.
But it had a damn good view.
Desrin didn't get a good look at it.
No.
Ron did see it in all its glorious colours. Though I'm sure he still has the headache from it. Then you received a strange coin that you were told was a key. Mm-hmm. And you went out to the storage unit where it was stored. And we ended the session with you opening the storage unit, with the door starting to come up. So, tonight we have Jeremy. You can introduce your character.
Good evening all. Yes, I'm playing Desrin Deadshot, the aforementioned elf who grew up on the streets of Seattle, having no knowledge of his family other than the family he dreamed of being part of, as in the ancient motorcycle gang. He was just starting to develop enough of a name for himself that he was finally gaining notice by the ancients. When, yes, he received the unexpected news that apparently he may be a beneficiary of a will.
Next up we have is Ross.
Yes, I'm playing the Gentleman Warp Patrol Mystic, or I should say Charmer. Depending on if we're going for a fight, I'll normally be in my Cockney dress. If we're going out for partying or talking to people, I'll be in my Victorian outfit. Basically, I'm here to have a look at these beasts of unusual size, or the kaiju, which I have no idea about these guys. I got a sneaky suspicion they're just pure magic because I got blinded by the bloody things. these could be just the imagination of a sleeping god. And if that's the case, it's even worse. If there's, is there ley lines around here?
You've not really tried to look.
I don't want to look. Because using the astral is extremely bad here, so I can understand why there's no mages liking to be in this area.
And if they are, they're probably retired early.
Either that or they don't use astral at all.
And then that brings us over to Josh.
Hello, I'm Josh. I play Flora. Flogger is the master of all doors. Flogger likes to punch things and snap spines while doing so. Close enough. So Flogger is a big burly troll. Dumb as a fence post, but built
Hey,
forward.
don't use fake posts.
Yeah. Sorry, dumber than a fence post. There you go.
Better.
Basically, all of his muscles are definitely not inside his head.
Thus, of course, they're taking up space.
Always willing to have a flogging good time.
So, does that mean that's the best move to introduce Amon? The flogging good time?
Yeah, the bowling ball. Yes.
Well, I mean, if Flora is dumber than a fence post, then what does that make? What does that make Bolt?
The other side of the fence post.
Outside of the fence post. Like, fence post? Can I chew it? Can I chew it?
Yeah. We're both dumber than a fence post.
I rate Bolt differently. Bolt can be trained.
That's so mean, but probably very true.
So does this mean that Desrin has invested in a spray bottle and a chew toy? Bad
No,
puppy spray.
he's invested in a laser pointer.
Does the laser pointer work?
I don't know, does it?
Hey, he's got a laser pointer in his eye.
Yeah, I don't think a laser pointer would be good. Because does Bolt have a laser pointer or a laser targeting on his gun or her gun or whatever?
No, because Bolt doesn't use them.
And because Bolt's furry, you never quite know.
Okay, because the picture shows you using a gun.
Yeah, my future doesn't use a gun, but my backstory means I'm very against guns, which is kind of ironic.
And the amusing thing is, it might have just been the only picture that someone could take of Bolt at the time, and Bolt might not have known it was a gun then. It's like, I can wave this around too.
He's not showing Desrin has got a gun, and obviously, while bikes are important to him, guns are also important.
And it does have Flogger with a big gun.
Not a sledgehammer. Or maybe that's just the way he uses the gun.
That's his door opener.
Sorry, yes, we interrupted the introduction of Bolt.
It's back to Bolt.
I mean, really, is there much more to say than what we've already done?
Hey, at least there's no failed ranger for this character.
That is true. For now. It'll be failed something at some point, I'm sure.
I'm sure that will happen once one of those steel traps has been stepped on and you become a little legless.
Either that or it'll be like failed Chomper or something like that.
Crawl, formerly known as Bolt.
Yeah, that one.
So, okay, I now have an interest of a little Therion who's going, what are you doing? You're the only one here now. I want to come over and smooth up, but don't want to be touched. Okay, so, you decided to, after dealing with the lockdown that happened due to a kaiju showing up in town, and the fact that they have all the basic necessities to repair said damage from kaiju,
i.e. lots of doors.
It always comes in handy, and the fact that they've built most of their places to deal with flooding. Unless, of course, when you break the door open. Okay, buddy. Oh, there we go. You're on camera. Say hello. It's okay. He just wants to be wherever everyone is today. He actually spent some time playing with the miniatures on the table last week. But it was the equivalent of that amount of time before he was finished and done. Okay, so we left it where you had travelled out to storage. Storage King is a good enough place to call it. I'm not sure what we called it last session. It was 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, so I just had notes of key at the storage unit left at the hotel reception. Okay, yeah, so storage King works.
Then it needs to be King storage so you don't get copyrighted.
I'm sure both of them are actual existing names, so it doesn't matter how you say it. It's going to exist somewhere in literature or real life.
Yeah, probably.
It's just spelled different. Spelled with a C.
Well, we could always call it Storage King. I'm sure we don't have many of those.
Slugger wants to roll a door.
And as the roller door comes up, a little bit of hissing sound comes from the other side of the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then the door reaches the high enough for you to see in, and most of the storage unit is in shadow. There doesn't seem to be internal light.
What can Desrin see? Think his eyes are working again now?
Looking in there, you see what appears to be some sort of combat bike.
Oh, cool.
Done up in green colours. It looks like it may possibly be next year's model.
Wow. Okay. And that appears to be the only thing in the unit as such, or it's the only thing Desmond notices anyway.
Well, it's a bike. Is there really any other thing to look at in the unit?
That's what I'm saying. So Desmond, he'll certainly go straight in and start looking his bike over in the dim light.
So, are we there as well?
You are there as well. You showed up at the same time.
Can utility actually use to make light?
I believe it can make small amounts, but not a huge amount. Mostly you should have the equivalent of a smartphone at the minimum, and potential other things that can make light as well.
Or like, are these storage units designed with lights in them?
Normally, yes.
So Desmond's, okay, he can see fairly well by limited light with his cyber eyes, but I expect there's probably a light switch you could flick.
You flick the light switch and see sparks fall from overhead as you realise that the globe's been gone for a long time.
Yeah. Okay, Desmond's distracted by looking over this wondrous beauty.
Well, you're looking at all the sleek lines, at all the well-machined parts. And you can't understand how much dust got on this thing for something that looks like it.
It hasn't been built yet.
Yeah. Well, you've seen demos of the latest models about to come out, but it's still about a month out from being on sale.
Mm-hmm. And yet, so the interior of this is quite dusty, is that right?
It is, yeah. Looks like it hasn't been... you have the feeling it hasn't been touched in months, if not years.
Well, depending on what the others are doing, after spending a few minutes enjoying it, Desmond will actually decide, hang on, it'll look even better with more light, so he will actually aim to gain some light. if it involves...
Well, you rode here on your bike, didn't you?
He did.
Well, why don't you just roll it up and turn the lights on?
Well, because the bike actually... did we decide the bike had to stay outside the... No, I think actually I rode up on the bike, didn't
You
I?
rode up on the bike and you rode it in.
And flashed the coin at the gate guard and then said, yeah, the ones behind you also with us. So,
And they've got a rental with them. Oh no, they took the bus.
Yeah. And what I will do is, like I say, I'll just aim to push it a bit closer to the open doorway and not actually out to the, if there might be any atmospheric effects out there, that'll be a problem.
So how strong is Desrin?
Not particularly.
He needs some help, doesn't he? So we'll wheel the bike.
No.
So sorry, didn't hear what Jeremy said. Oh.
I said Brawn 2.
Brawn 2. Yeah.
So what you basically, yeah, you'll aim to basically put the kickstand up and then take it out of gear and roll it forward slightly. If that's difficult.
Yeah, you have trouble finding how to make the kickstand move and how to put it into gear.
So if that's difficult, then okay, he certainly doesn't want anyone else touching this thing right now. He'll call out and say, hey, shine the headlights in here.
Just as an aside, the bikes when they're upright are relatively easy to move. Even heavy ones like Harleys, if they're upright. If they're on their side, however, is a different story.
Yeah, and that's why certainly yes, Declan was surprised that it didn't move easily.
Unless it sees.
But or it could just be effectively like anti-theft security type of stuff that basically locks everything down until you've gone properly. So, so he's calling out to basically whoever drove the car here.
Oh, they took the bus. I'll have to use your bike.
Oh, they took the bus, did they? That's right. Yes, indeed.
They have to angle your other bike. I'm sure you don't mind them handling that bike now.
So, Desrin, you've got a problem. There's one of you and you've got two bikes.
We'll see. But then, yeah, he'll go to his bike then and manoeuvre it in there to get the lightest thing. Although, no, actually, no, before that, he's going to go and pulling out his a flashlight or something like that. More carefully would be the first step. So.
Okay, so looking at it, it seems to be under your flashlight. You can tell the color of your bike is emerald green.
But the same as my current bike.
Looks to be a more expensive paint job.
Yeah, that would be hard. Can I see any locking mechanisms or anything like that that are preventing, or I say, you say I couldn't necessarily find how to put it in gear or things like that. I'll be looking more carefully. Hang on. The control mechanisms.
Looking at it,
and he might actually take the time to look around to see if there's actually anything else in this storage unit.
there is a set of cases behind the bike. Yeah, in dark black plastic. Blended in quite well with the shadows.
No, that's fine then. Yeah. He's got to test it first of all, so he'll sit on the bike and see if he can.
It's more comfortable than your current bike.
Okay.
More comfortable than your current bike.
Mm-hmm.
And sitting on it, you don't even feel the shocks move.
Okay. Might be time for something slightly bigger.
Could be. Doesn't seem to have a set of keys in it.
Well, we're going to see if we can start it up.
Okay, I'll give you a perception roll. What is Desrin's perception?
Where are we? 1 yellow, 1 green.
Okay, quite perceptive you are. You don't succeed at starting up the engine though,
Uh-huh.
but you believe your coin has something to do with it.
Well, before trying to go that way, we will give it a bit of a look over the mechanic side of the house to see if there's anything obvious as to why it's not starting up. And then, yeah, we'll pull the coin out and see if there's a slot where that can go in, although it seems odd that the coin that was... I don't know, the coin didn't open the model door, did it?
It did, but you didn't insert it in anything.
Yeah.
Having a look over the bike, you notice the bike doesn't have an exhaust. It doesn't have batteries. And you've never seen the motor design before. And the wheels don't feel like rubber.
Why am I starting to feel that I need this?
Missed some of that. What was that again, Jeremy?
I was saying, as a mechanic, why am I starting to feel I need to be a doctor to fix this bike? I will then pull out the key token again and think about how it might active, but otherwise, yes, assuming no one else has started looking at the boxes, then you'll be curious about that sort of way. So.
No, everyone else sees a shiny bike sitting in there.
Martin, I'm going to do something that I think I'm going to regret.
Yep.
I'm going to use...
Is it involved touching the bike? Yes.
No, I'm going to use... astral perception in the storage locker.
Okay. So that is... what's your magic skill?
That one is 3 yellow.
On the bright side, he asked what is, what not what was.
Okay, so apparently whatever giving you the migraine has subsided.
Oh, that's good.
But you see more magic coming out of that bike than you have seen out of a living person.
Was this sort of radiating the same thing that I saw with the robot?
Hard to tell. Your eyes aren't burning while looking at it.
Yeah.
It's not like someone was super glued your eyes open and made you stare at the sun.
Does Desrin actually have the coin up as well?
I believe he has it out.
Yeah. So is that giving off anything?
It is. It's also giving off a lot of magic, more so than the bike.
Okay. Knowing a very basic amount of magic and its worth, if he goes riding around and somebody just happens to be looking at it, that's actually a mage, they'll probably try to kill him for it, wouldn't they?
That depends. If he powers it up, is more magic radiating out of it.
Okay, I'm going to switch my astral off because he's just about to start it.
Well, he's gone back to the back of the unit and started opening cases.
Okay. Desrin, I suggest you leave the bike. You don't want this bike.
Obviously, you're mistaken.
It's a death sentence. Unless you're going to stay here and drive it around. You can't take it back with you.
I'm sure it'll fit in Vel's unit, so it's all good.
Have dragons known for liking magical items like this?
I'm sure dragons are known for wanting lots of things,
Yeah.
but dragons don't come here.
No, but there's a dragon in Bellevue.
There is.
Okay.
In Portland. So, Desrin opens up the cases at the back. In the first case he opens, he finds a weird-looking helmet that makes him think of science fiction.
Right. So he's got the helmet in one bag and probably biker leathers in the other.
Now all he's got to do is remember to think in Russian.
I'm sure that will help. Does he know Russian for friend?
Okay, certainly. Okay, helmet's a good piece of equipment, appropriate colours presumably for maintaining.
It is, I believe it's green and blues.
And other containers.
There are other containers. The next set of container you open up has a folded set of riding gear.
Hey, I was right.
Except it has what appears to be mount points on the riding gear.
So it can act as effective armour and with bits of it. That's nice.
Well, it looks like it's designed to have things attached to it.
Yeah.
Desrin, is there any mages in your family?
I'm sure the answer is yes. There's always been mages as far as he knows.
You mean in the huge extended family that I grew up with all this time until now?
Yeah.
As I say, in case Bob hadn't remembered about it, he's really certainly looking at you thinking, well, you know me well enough to know that I didn't have family. So,
Yeah, but you've now got family. Or had family.
yeah. But the idea of asking the question of, were there ever mages in your family?
Yeah.
It's a bit redundant for somebody who didn't know you had family.
Okay.
And I was correct. Dark green and blue was the colours of your leathers.
I know what my family never had. It never came to Christmas like this before.
And you do find the leathers to be quite pliant, yet you don't feel as if you're able to damage it.
But they look like they're about my size.
They could probably take a little more weight on them. You might have a bit of breathing room inside. Room to grow.
Either that or they self-adjust as soon as you put them on. the... Should be nice to actually have some documentation about this whole process at the moment, but he's going to keep looking through boxes if there's any more boxes to look through.
And the next set of boxes you come out have a pair of awesome looking riding boots.
Perfect. We need now some gloves.
Checking the boots, the gloves are stuffed in the boots. As some people tend to do.
Yep. Does any of this gear look like it's been used?
It does not.
Is it actually like wrapped in plastic or anything like that, or it's just neatly folded inside these boxes?
It's neatly folded.
Inside. Yeah.
It has the feel of something that's been used, but doesn't look as if it's been used.
Okay. Anything left to explore in here?
Opening up another case, you find what appears to be a long blade.
You'll definitely pull it out to have a look at, because, hey, you did always dream of getting a nice katana type effect, because, hey, ancients like that.
It doesn't appear to be a katana. It's a lot thicker than you'd expect a katana to be. Doesn't have a sheath, but it doesn't feel sharp either.
He tries to bring it around a bit and thinks, oh, it feels heavy, but he doesn't know what a katana weight would be, so whilst he's seen the movies and the action things. So,
and the next one you open has a pair of what looks to be futuristic pistols. And what appears to be a troll-sized gun with a human-sized handle.
So he'll pull out the pistols.
Well, the troll-sized gun.
Not yours. Mine, all mine.
No, from the troll-sized gun. Mine.
It might be the size big enough for a troll, but it hasn't got controls for a troll. Can't get your hand around that without actually. You can't get your hand in the trigger guard or your finger.
Excuse me.
Put it down. And eventually, Desrin will be potentially too busy looking at other things as continue to open up what he's considering his weapons.
Going through a lot of it, it seems like most of these things look like they either fit on your riding leathers or fit on the bike.
Yes. Yeah. You take another look at the bike and realise it's got a hard point for the size of that gun.
And the last case you come out with seems to have a belt that has a indentation on it about the same size as your coin.
Can the utility spell used to like detect sentience or anything like that? Like thoughts and that?
No, you have completely different spell that deals with thoughts.
So what's that one would be?
Let's see, magic. Not sure which one it is here. Yeah, none of these ones actually do detect reading thoughts. So yeah,
You probably just go astral.
I am not going astral. Oh, I can't go astral. I only can see astral. The other reason is
I meant look actually. So.
Yep, no, none of them seem to do detecting thoughts.
But yeah, so Desmond basically looking through the stuff, thinking, still no information about where all this stuff is in bits and pieces, but we'll got to test it out though.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, what he really should be doing in this situation is coming in and giving the superhero costume is close the door again, have a look at it, have think about the pieces, but that's not what he's going to do. So, he's going to quickly see if he can test out all this gear and make it, see how well it fits him. And so, as he hooks on the belt, he'll put the key token onto the belt slot after getting into the legs and top.
Once you put the token onto the belt, you feel the belt tighten. The suit just sizes you perfectly, and you hear the bike start up.
Okay, so it's all started up now.
Martin,
Yep.
we'll be back I'll be back in a few. Josh will be back in probably 15 once Mia's done.
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay, so being prepared to be blinded again, I'm going to do astral view sight on the bike and the mad elf.
Reminds you of the power level of the dragon you saw flying by the side of the building.
Oh god. Can I actually see any runes?
There are no runes at all.
Okay. Desmond, you're riding a dragon.
Yeah.
Literally.
So he'll
And you notice that the weapons just clip onto the riding suit without any need of harness or holster.
okay, he'll respond back to what came. No, the dragon's a different model. This one's swift, and I'm not on it yet, but I'm about to be. As he puts the helmet on and.
Desrin, this stuff that you're using is magical.
It is magical, I can feel it.
And as you put the helmet on, you see a heads-up display with Tutorial 101. Would you like to engage appear in your artificial reality?
Oh, okay. So as this will happen, as he's about to stepping onto the bike type stuff, he will pause momentarily, and so.
And as you pause momentarily, you see the remaining pieces that you hadn't mounted on the bike launch itself from the crates and land on the bike.
Okay. Yeah, he might be willing to try the tutorial more, like you say, but he kind of have a look, because there's something odd about this. That's the comment about the epidote is magical. He wasn't needing you in the same sense as Lob was, but when he sees the things coming up there, okay, yeah, let's listen to the tutorial, at least the first couple of minutes.
Okay, so the tutorial comes up with options. Do you wish to learn to drive fast? It's the first option that comes up. Does Desrin wait, or does he click yes before anything else pops up?
Did you say far or fast?
Fast.
That's what I thought you said. Is there any other way to ride?
So he clicks yes before anything else pops up?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Maybe you should have learned how to stop before you.
Okay, so
I certainly am getting images of the Peter Parker playing with his suits and things like that in the movies.
it starts going through a very quick description of most of the control systems in your suit, not in the bike.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that without the suit, the bike can't move.
That's why I couldn't find control systems on the bike, because it's all in the suit. So, certainly when he was clicking, effectively mentally clicking yes, he was physically getting on the bike and preparing to go through what I hope is still the open gate.
Well, it will be by the time you get there, I'm sure. Now, there's one slight problem. So some person has parked a bike in front of your brand new bike and left the light on.
So he's staring at the bike in front of him, correct?
No, he's saying the fact that my old bike is in the way.
Okay, I'll move his bike out of the way.
And you know something's seriously wrong, because Desrin doesn't mention anything about touching his bike.
Well, the other thing I'm thinking of is Desrin should have been good enough to be able to ride around the bike.
Well, I was thinking is how much space is there, that sort of thing. But
The bike does have a full sidecar attached to the side of it as a combat bike. So it's technically a three-wheeled bike at this stage.
Can I see how to unhitch the sidecar at this stage?
Well, you do see that the weapon's mounted on top of it.
That's fine. Hey, I'm not here to shoot anyone. I'm here to go after and ride fast. Sidecar will only slow me down. I'll only be able to go at 40% of the speed of the line.
Okay. So
he'd be aiming to look to see if there's a disconnection from the sidecar.
having a look, they don't actually have a disconnect point. There's no latches, no switches, no levers. You would have expected there to be an emergency lever of some sort. It almost looks as if it's one piece.
He's mentally going to be almost talking to himself, saying, "How the hell am I going to go fast with this sidecar attached to me?"
Then some notes pop up on your screen going, sidecar adds 20% to your overall speed.
Okay.
It comes with its own generator and power system. Anyway, I can't find how to get it off right now, so therefore it's definitely time to move.
Okay.
Particularly if there's now space to get out of the garage, out of the storage unit.
There is. You don't even hear the sound of the engine struggling at all as you fly out into the space there. I'm going to give you a driving roll.
Mm-hmm.
What's your character's driving skill?
2 yellow, 3 green.
I hope he remembers that the storage gate's closed.
And I've already mentioned the fact that I expect you to be open. I think by the time I get there, hopefully.
Okay, so you go flying out. As you turn, you expect there to be more G-forces pulling you off, but the whole bike keeps itself almost sticking to the ground as it goes.
I've got the image of what I mean.
And it basically does a turn almost on a hairpin, heading out along the road you came in on, in the storage area.
Well, I'll have to do a couple donuts before actually heading off.
Well, it spins quite nicely on the spot.
Yep. And then we'll go for tearing off down the internal road of the storage lot.
And the amount of donuts you did and the speed you went off at sort of surprises you, considering you haven't actually opened it up yet.
So, well, on the plus side of all this, at least it's going to die happy.
And you believe that its puttering speed is almost as fast as your all-out speed on your bike, your previous bike. As you go zooming towards the gate.
Yep. Is there only effectively one road in this thing, or is it sort of a complex of roads?
There is a complex inside the storage unit.
Or at least a loop.
And as you're approaching the gate, heads-up display says automated gate activated as the gate starts to open. Noting that at your current speed, you'll collide with it in less than a second.
Certainly, I was already planning on thinking, yep, I'll just take another turn down one of the other lanes at this storage place, and then, hang on, the gate can't open for me, is it? Okay, well, we'll do the loop, and then come back with the gate open, hopefully.
And as you've done the loop coming past where you took the bike out, you see that at this point, Womp is still putting the bike down that he lifted up to move. As in, time seems to be going extremely slow for everyone else right now.
Okay, it's going to be speed of thought type situation.
As you zoom past him and out the really slow moving gate.
Just don't go to 88 miles per hour.
I'm not sure if this goes under 88 miles an hour.
And your speed system says you're using about 0.5% of your throttle.
Yeah. Well, I got a vague memory that we had to go more towards the outskirts of town to get the storage area, didn't we? Anyway, you'll basically be aiming for the more backlot areas, possibly out towards the airport type way that we'd come from before, unless you can, looking at the maps and things like that, previously indicated that there were other more open areas.
So while you're thinking that, you see a map soft start coming up and showing you directions to where you're trying to go.
Okay.
Well, obviously someone's put in a matrix rig in the helmet somewhere.
Obviously, but okay, thinking that, yeah, hey, this seems to have more technology in it than I've seen at most places in this particular in Angel Grove so far.
And it recommends accelerating and having fun.
Okay, certainly it's the sort of thing that he's picking a spot and he's going to be opening the throttle to almost 5%.
Well, as you open it up, everything just streaks past you.
got a feeling you're going to be your own self-fulfilling prophecy.
Well, as I said, at least he's going to die happy.
No, you probably go back in time and be your uncle.
Well, hey, it does explain why this model that apparently hasn't been released yet had been sitting in the bunker previously used for at least 6 months or so. But then, yep.
And you find yourself at the airport before you even realize that you would be expected to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Took you about an hour or two to get here last time, and your watch says only 2 minutes have passed since you left the lot. And the grip you had while driving was as if you were almost walking the bike.
Does the road system go out past the airport? Like, does it look like that? Because obviously we came in via T-Bird equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
But are there actually roads in and out of Angel Grove?
You don't think there's roads in or out, but you think that you could probably take paths up in the mountains, because mountains surround the whole cove.
Mm-hmm.
They don't actually have an overland route anywhere.
Right. Which is in some ways a good thing, because it means he's less likely to try and have to go through that barrier business, which could be a problem if the bike goes fine, if it throws out his eyes again. That could be a bit disturbing. Can't see enough as it is anyway at this speed, but if I actually drive blind, it might be worse thing.
Well, the scary thing is you know exactly what you were looking at as the blurs went past you.
Mm.
You could even read the number plates of the cars you passed.
So how many bugs did he splatter?
Not a single one. He looks down there, there's not a single bug on his biker himself.
He dodged him. He saw him coming, he dodged him. Either that, or there's a force barrier that's about 3 feet in front of the bike that's taking it all and cleared him away. Or maybe that's the shockwave of the sound barrier effect.
Well, you didn't even feel the speed.
Well, okay, Desrin's going to be effectively zooming up and down around Angel Grove for a while, and when I say a while, it might feel like for him it's been several hours, but hey, he might be back in 2 minutes based on the situation. But it certainly, and he'll probably somewhat accidentally test the off-road capability of the bike, because he's running out of roads so you can run around on it. So.
Well, the bike runs almost as well off-road as it does on-road. And while you're going through the tutorial, it speaks of, if you're going fast enough, water itself is a suitable surface to ride on.
Ooh.
And it also talks about its speed being its secondary purpose.
Okay, well, so having worked through at least part of the initial first tutorial about how to go fast, he'll be certainly interested in the idea of primary purpose.
Okay. So I asked if you want to do the primary tutorial.
Sure.
Okay, so while you're clicking the OK, you find that the bike has slowed right down to a stop. and then you find that you seem to be standing a little bit taller and your bike's gone.
I was about to say that, so where am I when I stop? And am I now sitting on a bike in the middle of a urban street covered with guns, including a cannon? But apparently not.
Well, you are standing on a suburban street, but you're looking down and you can't see your bike leathers anymore. You can see that the bike has formed around your riding gear. Looks like it's formed a layer of armor.
So yeah, so when you said that the helmet was a bit blue-green, it might have been a bit blue beetle green, huh?
Makes you do think of those old superhero shows.
So he effectively realised he's standing on the ground, apparently in slightly elevated boots, because he's feeling taller than he was before. And that his head up display still looks the same.
Well, you've got a better... it's giving you a threat assessment in a 360-degree arc. And also above and below.
And was it giving an indication of current weapons layout, load?
It is referring to your shoulder-mounted big gun, ability to stop a tank.
I'll tilt the head and take a look at my left shoulder.
Yeah, that's troll-sized gun that you saw is now mounted on your shoulder.
Okay.
Then you can see what appears to be one of the bike wheels behind it.
Take a quick look around this suburban street. Is there many people around at the present time?
Not at this stage, but you had gone about midday, and most people are generally working or doing other stuff, especially considering there was a big cleanup crew happening in the middle of town.
Okay. Secondary purpose mode.
Okay, so you see the wheel slide down from your back to your left arm, and the sword that you saw earlier move into your primary hand, and the wheel seems to turn into some sort of shield.
Bike mode, bike! I want to go fast! He's thinking that this isn't really ideal to put a place to be apparently displaying significant weaponry. At least when he was on the bike, he was going fast enough, he thinks, so that they couldn't see the others. But yeah, so is there any action to somewhat panicked bike mode?
Eventually it has bike mode activating. Noting down that tutorial primary and secondary were both paused when they were switching between them.
Yeah, I'll come back, honest.
Now you have some sort of idea of why the sidecar was there in the first place. It hides half the tech.
Mm-hmm. Just out of curiosity, they had half the time to think about it. Are these instructions only coming up in text, or are we getting a lovely, sultry, sexy woman's voice making them?
I'm sure it's
or some elderly professorial type.
That's probably in the options that you haven't turned on.
That's right.
I'm sure it's in the voice of your favourite starlet. They spared no expense, you think?
Well, at least, apparently they knew me better than I did.
So you get the audio and the visual.
Mm. Well, as soon as it's back in bike mode, he'll aim to dash away from the current location where apparently he's been flashing these big guns around, and head back to the storage locker.
Okay, so when you reach the storage locker, you see the gate seems to be just starting to shut. And yes, it's the same gate, the same shutting from the opening that you left from.
Well, I mean, obviously someone else is coming in the meantime. He's one. He's one entirely thinking for himself. But yeah, he'll aim to dash through before the gate closes, and ride back in, and yeah, potentially have to donut a few times to try and reduce limit the speed, or it seems to stop on a dime my phone, doesn't it? So,
It does stop on a dime, and you don't even feel the G-forces of the stop.
so like I said, yep, he will, yep, ride in, do the 180, so facing back out the front again, and yeah.
And by this stage, Womp has finished turning around after putting the bike down.
Panting, so basically, right, turn around and go, sees James over there go, having pulled the helmet back on his head and panting. Oh, wow.
I thought you were going for a ride.
What? I just been all everywhere.
No, you haven't.
And then, okay, yes, he'll effectively review the time stamp on his retina display and confirm the fact that.
Your retina display currently says it was offline for about 3 minutes.
Okay. This bike is special.
No shit, Sherlock. And as I say before, if you take it anywhere other than this area, people will want it.
Well, I want it. I got it. It's mine.
Okay, Spiegel.
It is his precious.
Desrin will put the helmet back on,
Mm-hmm.
with a statement saying that, hey, I might be a while. I might catch up with you guys later. But then he makes put the helmet on saying,
What does Desrin say?
history tutorial.
It starts bringing up your last run in frame by frame, if you like it, or segment by segment.
I'm not looking for my history, I'm looking for your history.
It says previous history has been disabled until tutorial completed.
Okay. What are you? Who are you? Where did you come from?
It says query not recognized. Tutorial incomplete.
Okay. I will flip up the visor and say to Womp and Bolt and Flogger that, yeah, I'll be back. If you want, I'll see you back at the hotel, maybe. Just put my bike back in the storage container before you go.
Don't you need the coin to lock it up?
Hey, move the bike into the storage locker. If you can't close it, leave it open.
Okay, well, we put the bike inside, and you could lock it up because I'll probably end up breaking the door. You don't want Flogger to shut the door, and
Okay, yeah, that's right. So, yeah. Step out. I'll close locker. Okay. The querying voice into his own head. Does that hold it?
Comes up with, would you like to shut your secure storage?
Yes.
Turning on storage defense systems.
I'll flip the visor up. Hey guys, you might want to get somewhat further away.
okay.
Yeah.
The door comes down nice and solidly.
And then Desrin will basically aim to try and walk the bike towards the front gate with Flogger and Bolt and Womp. Like basically straddling the bike and trying to walk along. Will it actually move if it does that?
It will, though. It's one of those. You've barely got the handle even so much as depressed, and it's moving.
He was really basically trying to do it effectively. The bike in neutral and pushing it along with his feet rather than actually trying to manoeuvre at that point in time. But,
Well, you realise the bike has no gears.
Okay.
And from what you've seen of the tutorial so far, it will probably even grip the surface in a vacuum.
Hey, if it can ride on water, and that comes up in the first tutorial, well, we're going to see what happens when we get down the line. Can the cannon and weapons be hidden?
As you wish to engage stealth mode.
Stealth mode sounds good, yes.
Okay, so you feel so you know that the look of the Tron bikes, how they sort of wrap around you.
Yep.
That sort of thing happens.
Okay.
Looks very stylish though.
Well, I'm sure it does from the outside. It's a bit hard to tell from the inside. But yeah, so basically we'll be going back through the gate then, and
So is it a trike? When it go into is it a Tron trike or is it actually a proper Tron cycle? So it loses the sidecar.
It loses the sidecar, merges into the rest of it, and becomes the top as well as sides.
Oh god. I can see this really being a target.
Hey, if they're going to be a good shot to him, he's going fast. Yeah. Hey guys, I'll see you back at the hotel. Probably.
So we have
Here you
to
go.
catch a bus or walk to the hotel.
Bus.
Okay.
You got a bus to get there, so.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, are we able to get a bus back or do we have to walk?
There is a bus stop.
Okay, well,
And by the time you turn back, Desrin's gone. No sound of him leaving.
To be fair, he was probably gone before they actually turned to the bus stop. But, as he says, as he's going along, saying, resume tutorial.
Okay, it comes to a complete stop, and you find yourself with the shield in one hand and sword in the other.
Resume fast tutorial.
And then you find yourself zooming off again.
so the power source is protoculture.
Okay.
Yeah, so, well, Desrin is definitely taking time. Okay. He'll be running through lots of tutorials, but he'll probably still get back to the hotel before these guys have life protection, so he'll put the citizen. But yeah, so he's running through the tutorial, and as we're going along at one point, we'll be looking out over the ocean thinking, oh, how calm does it need to be?
It notes down that it only needs to be as calm as the speed you're doing, with a note that the less calm it is, the faster you need to go.
So certainly, Desrin's aiming to work through the tutorials and basically going with bike first of all and at speed to try and make it more difficult to see that he's carrying a cannon, although he didn't see he was what the anti-kaiju forces.
Well, you do get a visual of what it looks like.
Sorry?
It does show you a visual of what it looks like from the outside.
Oh, okay, so I didn't see that image. Cool.
A nice brilliant green zooming along, leaving while it's moving. It seems to almost leave a trail behind it.
So, he'll aim to try and find a quiet spot, potentially off the beaten track, where people shouldn't be coming through, to then stop and see if he can work through some tutorials that don't involve racing around the apparently limited street steering.
So if that's in stealth mode, I hate to see what obnoxious mode is.
Well, it turns out the movements are not the primary or secondary modes.
Yeah, fast mode was not primary or secondary. Or the bike mode was not primary or secondary. But yeah, so that's the aspect is to find a spot where there's a bit of open terrain, but still got okay. No visibility from other roads or things like that. So that then you can work through the tutorials, hopefully without hurting anyone, or being spotted, or hurting himself.
So you find primary mode is ranged assault. Secondary mode is melee assault. It has a transportation mode, which is bike mode.
Right.
and it's designed to be dropped from orbit. So primary and secondary modes have the capacity to slow your fall.
Okay, so you can be dropped from orbit in primary mode to, yes, so we're talking the Starship Troopers jumpsuit. Okay.
It does note down that if
he'll
you
also be
do,
trying to get more information out of what he's assuming is effectively an AI, or at least he's treating it as an AI interface. Because presumably, after being able to, whilst it didn't necessarily understand immediate questions that were given off in a halting, uncertain fashion, does he get the impression that it seems to be learning from him as to things, or it makes me trying to ask questions a bit to try and work out, okay, where it came from.
well, you find the
how
more of the
did he-
tutorials you do, the easier it is to ask your questions.
Okay.
It's,
Which was
it's,
the intent of getting some time alone to work through the tutorials.
which reminds Desrin of some of those AI articles he read, that they seem to teach you how to meld with it instead of you teach it how to meld with you.
Mm-hmm. Has anyone done you before?
It's been in use for, it says, 50 years now.
Who was its previous users?
Information classified.
Have you always been here at Angel Grove?
No.
When did you come to Angel Grove?
50 years ago.
Where were you before Angel Grove?
Time before 50 years classified.
Made in Japan.
Well, to be honest, I'm thinking if it's made in Japan, that would be a relief.
You do find that it does require downtime to recharge, but it doesn't plug into anything.
Okay. As part of this tutorial, yes, there will be a couple tests of the various weapons, just to see the effective damage scores of the pistols and the cannon. And I'm happy to accept that he gets even more disturbed when the large tree that he was pointing towards is blown up, as is the half dozen trees behind it.
And the fact that it wasn't a projectile, it was a beam of energy.
And then realizing it's beam, how often can you shoot that before you have to recharge?
Not very often. Energy beam
Okay.
considered a weapon of last resort.
Unless, of course, you're in primary mode of long-range fires.
The primary mode are the pistols.
Oh, the pistols count as long-range fires.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also energy weapons. But they fire bursts.
Yeah. But so when it was a long-range fire, he was certainly assuming that, okay, yep, so the cannon counts as an artillery piece, but it's still definitely a direct fire weapon, because it's a beam weapon. And
But it does
yes.
hit a target about 1 meter wide.
Right. And yes, he's already worked out that he's got stealth mode in the vehicle, hasn't he? So he's got the Tron bike mode. That means that he doesn't actually necessarily look like he's carrying weaponry at that point in time, if anyone can actually see him moving. So,
And the blade is powered, so if you handle it without wearing the armor, it won't affect you at all.
Although if you're not wearing the armor, it won't actually be effective either, presumably.
That is
so.
true. Also why no one else can use it.
Why have I been chosen?
Information classified.
You're the chosen one.
Well, hey, you always do is important because you realise in what way.
Well, I had considered saying rounding error.
Hey, in some ways that would have set you 5 more at ease. Because that would have helped going back down to earth again. Particularly when he's considering the fact that, yes, down to earth is apparently not where this thing's come from. He'll actually take the time to try and
Read the maintenance section. When the oil needs to be changed and all that crap.
No. He's about to get in a lot more trouble before that. Because he'll try and go up a mountain type stuff, over the mountain range, whatever, to get to the area where the barrier that stops angel growth and the technology and things like that to come forward to exist. And he'll be aiming to head towards that area and saying, let me know if you recognise any problems ahead, won't you?
It does identify where the edge of the zone is, but doesn't identify any problems with that.
He does actually recognise those problems. I shouldn't do it, but he will. More space to run, or roam, or ride.
Quite easy to get to in primary and secondary mode.
Sorry?
In primary or secondary mode, you'll find that you're far better a climber than you thought you were.
He's aiming to still be in stealth mode when he's riding around. If it actually travels up nicely, but he's happy to be in transport mode if the stealth mode doesn't actually do off-road quite so well. And presumably, it probably ends up in primary mode when apparently, well, actually, doesn't see your face actually stop it going riding up.
Again, it does say depending on how fast you're going. But it does warn that any sort of overhang might send you falling backwards. Bumps are treacherous when going straight up.
Sorry?
Bumps are treacherous when going straight up.
Yes. But apparently, if it ends up falling backwards, that wouldn't necessarily be a problem if it could survive orbital insertion. As long as it was in the appropriate mode, probably.
Mhm.
But yeah, okay, so he's going to be going to go up to at least have a look at this barrier that apparently caused problems, because he doesn't necessarily go through it yet, because he doesn't need to go blind at this moment in time. But yeah, he'll take a look and see if he can recognise anything on the barrier. If there's anything visually there, and then also what the head-up display indicates is there or not there.
Well, when you get close to the barrier, you do realise that colours are different while you're wearing the helmet than when you're not wearing the helmet. And and when you try to check your readings of your cybernetic eyes, they're offline while your helmet's on.
Okay. Did there seem to be any cybernetic connections when he put the helmet on or off? Like, does he feel anything trying to...
Personally, he believes there are.
On the idea that there must be.
There obviously must be. It must be all completely technological.
Because obviously the helmet's sensor system is overriding the eye sensor system, which is why but obviously connecting in through the same optics, so that therefore the helmet effectively becomes his eyes. That all makes sense then.
It does to him, and he can apparently see the barrier.
What does it look like?
A shimmering colour he doesn't recognise.
Okay.
Having never seen that colour before in his life.
It's a lovely octarine, huh? Yeah. I'm feeling that Desrin is going to be lost for some hours playing with his new toy, or having his new toy play with him, one of the two.
And he does find he can walk through the barrier without losing his sight while he's got his helmet on. There must be shielding in some way.
Hey, how's the technology shield from technology shield? When he's in, having played the tutorials, can effectively in mode 1 or 2 or some other mode allow walking speed or walking activity, climbing, running, whatever, without any weapons obviously visible?
Well, the base stealth mode hides all weapons in whichever mode you're in.
Right, okay, so there's a stealth mode on both foot traffic and for transportation mode.
Yep.
And what's the external appearance of stealth mode when it's in foot traffic?
Well, you appear to be what you look like if you're not wearing the suit. But you're still bulky. And there is a bit of distortion.
Hey. I'm sure that after a week of wearing the suit, you'll get used to it. Of course. Might be testing the ventilation system of the suit by then too.
Though there seems to be an advanced tutorial you can't access yet called Assault Mode.
But this is like, I've got to get in contact with SoCal and get him to hack my suit to open up all the extra features.
But you do find out there is a beacon on your suit. So whoever built it probably knows where it is.
Yeah. So how does he find out about the beacon?
That's one of the later tutorials as you're going through
It's
it.
part of the tutorial system? Okay. So who's monitoring the beacon?
And it comes back with, that's classified.
Oh, of course it is.
And you realise you've gone through day one of training in what you felt like was many hours, and the sun's still rising. Hasn't passed fully midday yet.
Gotta love virtual training. Virtual works with the basic type training.
Though at the end of the day one training it says, in no time you'll be ready for the island.
As in the lottery?
You're not sure, it doesn't answer.
Yeah.
As the training system seems to have shut down for the day.
I'm about to say, is there any energy little markers on it? Apparently, not until it says, oh yes, yeah, here you go.
You believe you have enough to get back to wherever you're going, but whatever it is has limited your capabilities until the morning where you can resume your training.
Well, certainly, he will aim to activate transportation mode to get back to the hotel sooner, but technically he'll aim to go back to he'll be heading back to the storage locker.
Mm-hmm.
And so
You do reach the storage locker as you see the bus take off with your friends. Then it had to wait about half an hour for you.
he's probably thinking, we've only just left, hang on. Surely the bus will running more regularly than that.
Well, your chronometer says that only half an hour has passed since you left.
Okay. What conditions do you need to recharge?
It says it powers down until needed.
So if you're being used in stealth walking mode or non-transportation mode, does that allow regeneration of energy?
It draws a lot more energy. Its main non-stealth mode is the one that uses the least energy. Most efficient.
David probably thinking, I think I can't wear a suit all the time. Everywhere I go, everything I do. He will. Like I say, he'll basically be coming back into the storage locker and then realising, hang on, if we've only been going for about 30 to 60 minutes, how long would a normal charge last if we're in minimum usage mode, like the non-stealth?
You see some stats scroll across the screen in front of you saying, depending on what level of training you've achieved, what length of time it lasts.
So what they're really saying is the fact that because I'm still only in grade 1, it's not that he's going out of energy, it's recognising that I'm going to run out of energy or the capacity to learn. So
It appears to be adaptive tech. Maybe you've met your first true AI.
it's certainly a it's not like he's particularly the computer geeky type one, so he's certainly willing to accept this AI even though they don't exist, but hey.
Oh, they exist in all those sci-fi movies.
That's right. And yeah.
So many of your favourite superheroes have had sci-fi butlers and stuff.
And it's not like the aliens don't have AIs, which is obviously where this is coming from, but it's part of the thinking. But it will take it back into the storage locker, and
Did you notice there's not even any road dirt on the bike?
he's actually looking around thinking, maybe that concrete's fairly comfortable. I could sleep here. But he will eventually pack all the gear away carefully back into its boxes and give the bike another buff if it doesn't there's no dirt or markings on it. And then pull out his old bike and taking the key token, then close the locker again.
But then you're going at such a slow pace heading to the gates of the complex. So slow going to the gates of the complex.
Well, it was sort of he suddenly realised as he got out there with the coin in his hand and thinking, hang on, last time he closed the gate and opened the gate. He tried talking to the coin and saying,
well, you were able to actually pull it down when you walked out.
okay.
You did manage to pull it down when you walked out. You didn't even think about it.
Okay. And then I say he's basically as he's walking away thinking, hang on. And you'll see whether or not, like, basically talking to himself, surreptitiously talking to the coin, thinking, are you still there?
You don't hear anything back. Apparently you left the talking voice behind in the helmet. Damn AIs.
Well, all the real problem is I haven't got cyber ears for it to have connected to provide that auditory.
Everything does feel grainy now. Seems whatever vision you were using was so much sharper than what you've got now.
He will quietly putt his way back to the hotel, I guess.
The bike blaring in your ears, you screaming down the highway, going at this snail pace, feeling the bugs hit your clothing.
But overtaking the bus and being back at the hotel before then.
Yep, you do make it back before them. Your bike doing that spluttering cough of running so hot that the muffler was almost turning red. You haven't really pushed this bike that much before, but it felt like you were barely moving.
Yeah, I haven't actually started trying to push it, and now, yes.
Your poor old bike. It feels alive now.
Yes, the pride and joy, but hey, at least it's still moving at the moment. Even if it's not really moving properly, because it's not moving fast enough. But
You are hearing strange tinging sounds as it's cooling down. Guess they don't make bikes as they used to.
Or as they will do. Yes. As they will do at least 50 years ago.
Well,
well, okay. He will at least take a look at the bike and shut it down properly, like that. He's now putt bike, and give it a bit of a touch up, realizing that, oh, hang on, apparently I pushed it a bit harder than it's supposed to go. While waiting for the others to arrive back at the hotel.
You spend about an hour working on your bike before you realise the others have just finally arrived. Buses take a long time when they decide to go through the suburbs.
Especially when Flogger keeps on pressing the bloody bell.
Look, door opens, I take door. Argue with bus driver to put door back or bus won't go. I'm sure that happens at every stop. What do you think, Josh?
Sorry?
What would Flogger do if the bus stopped and the doors opened? Would Flogger take a door?
No.
At least not the first time.
Yes.
But you can make the door open and close by pushing this round little button on the bus.
Yeah, but one would just rip off like not even the whole door, just rip off like half a door.
Does it count if you can see through the door?
Yeah, it still counts. Flogger's not smart. He's just collecting a random assortment of doors. Whether they're see-through or not, they're doors.
Okay, so as you get to the hotel, you do realise that the not the main doors you normally come through, but there's a side door that's revolving. You haven't had a revolving door before.
Now that interests Flogger.
Might be hard to fit in your pocket.
Who said it needed to fit in my pocket?
But when you squeeze into the door won't move.
Oh.
Does Flogger try? What does Flogger do?
Breaking the door, may as well break it some more.
Okay, so Womp and Bolt get to watch Flogger versus the revolving door.
Yeah.
Okay. So he just keeps on going round and round?
You do see smoke coming out of the mechanism as he keeps pushing it the wrong way.
So is this the hotel that we're staying in?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time you enter the lobby, you hear a voice from behind the counter saying, "You're paying for that."
Oh, Flogger is. Because he's got the room upstairs, doesn't he? He's got the expensive one.
He does, but you're all together, aren't you?
But
We've got separate accounts.
That's okay. Go, Josh.
Flogger's gonna keep on like trying to push the door the wrong way until it actually snaps like the hinges.
So after about 10 minutes, it stops making bad noises and just easily pushes.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Exactly.
But you had all this grinding noise up until then.
There is yet to be a door that Flogger has been defeated by.
But you couldn't take it off its hinges.
Oh.
It's one of the strangest doors you've come across, and you still haven't succeeded.
I'll figure it out.
So
Even
what is
if I
Bolt
can-
and
even
Womp
if I-
doing?
What do you do?
Sorry.
The question was aimed at you.
Oh, sorry. I missed it.
I think it's what's Bob doing while I'm destroying the door.
Oh. I'm probably interested in. Actually, is Desrin still wearing those leathers?
Desmond's not wearing the leathers, but you do see him covered in grease and oil as he's coming in from the garage.
Okay. I'd probably wrinkle my nose up at that and I'll give him what's wrong? Why do you stink?
I just been working on the bike.
On stinky bike? I didn't think your bike stink.
I gave it a bit of a workout. Time to fix it up. But it'll be good again.
Okay. Bolt just looks confused. There's nothing there's nothing to chase.
Did during all the tutorials and things like that, did the equipment actually define itself in any way as a name or information? Like I can see the fact that yes, Declan has just said that yes, he's been fixing up the bike. Because obviously he doesn't think of his new acquisition as a bike anymore. Because it's so much more than a bike. I was just saying that yes, in the tutorial to actually provide a name, even if the name was the Scarlet type stuff that he basically recognised as that sense.
Well, most of the names of things comes from literature that Desrin had watched or read.
Okay. Yeah, so but like I said, Desmond's saying that yeah, he's been fixing up the bike because he pushed it a bit hard. But wow, Tatiana's amazing.
And while you're talking to Bolt about that, you do see a brochure about the island on the hotel tourist attractions pile.
But yeah, so not that they're going to be paying attention to the advertisements, or in fact, I think some people have been getting potential entries to the island, haven't they?
They did. Georgie was getting quite a few.
Yeah. But in that, yeah, he will grab one of these brochures thinking, hang on, Tatiana mentioned something about the island edition. I wonder if it's the same thing.
Well, looking on the back, you do see someone riding a bike much like yours on the back. This one's blue.
Mm. Well, so certainly he'll be taking time then to read through the information and also then getting online to find out if he can find out anything more about the island, about Tatiana.
Well, the whole spiel in the pamphlet is the equivalent of, yes, this place will make your life better. Sign up now for and showcase your technical skills. Join the the island and for a better tomorrow. But doesn't actually give you any details, including where the island is.
Yeah.
And looking online, it has even less online about the place. Just that there's everyone's so excited to go there, but no one really knows why. There are so many rumors going around about what the place is, but no facts.
Okay. Yeah. Desrin's going to be spending the afternoon going through finding out everything he possibly can, and obviously not getting much. So, is anyone else trying to do anything, or?
So you only just got that? I thought you were supposed to be getting a house.
Maybe it's on the island.
Oh. Okay.
Hey. I can probably leave it at the island.
Well, having your favourite starlet talk to you all night would not be a bad thing.
That's right. Go to sleep happy every night if he sleeps. I didn't know anything about what we're coming down for, but this is special. And the if people want to try and listen to Desrin gushing on about everything that apparently he did in the space of half an hour.
It doesn't sound believable.
Okay, it'll basically eventually come back around to the fact that Womp was saying something about others want this, or
that bike is extremely powerful. It gives off an aura of a dragon.
Okay. If Desrin had been paying enough attention to what Womp had said earlier, his response would have been, "No shit, Sherlock," to the extremely powerful statements. I told you everything he was doing. I don't think there's anything you can't do.
Well, if you want to make a statement, just ride around at Redmond.
Yeah.
And then you can see the wheels turning and him going, "That sounds like a fantastic idea."
But I might have to stay down here for a few days to work through exactly what it can do. Now, I'm trying to remember as a player, when we had the interaction with the ELF lawyers, agent here in Angel Grove, what was that interaction we had?
You wanted to find out more details about things, and they were basically saying, well, they can't quite verify identities that well here.
And that's right, and Desrin certainly wasn't all that keen on trying to actually provide any identity documents. It's not like he had anything with him. Because they were asking about the only, well, obviously, yes, you would have received the information from the lawyers as part of the beneficiaries and things like that, if you were who you said you were. Yeah.
And they weren't going to, hand out someone else's information without proof. Typical lawyer stuff.
That's right. That's right. So I remember what we had done at that point in time.
You do get a response back from SoCal after asking him for some help.
Oh, okay. I hadn't necessarily planned on doing that immediately. Oh, no, but I actually sent him messages early, didn't I?
You did.
That's right. Yeah, so I did.
He does get back to you with some photos of what looks to be your bike, with timestamps dating back 10 to 20 years. And he says none of these photos can be found on the net. Says they're all on the shadow files.
What are the stories about them?
Basically, they're associated with either guns for hire or high-tech soldiers. Commando sort of squads. And that they've been seen in some of the corporate wars. Rumored to be effective enough that if they're on the field, other people aren't.
Any names or call signs or anything like that attached to them?
Well, they have one of them that calls itself Kit.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering what that like rattling noise I could hear was, but I think it might be Therion purring.
I believe it is Therion purring because he decided he really wanted to suck up and cuddle up to me.
I'm like, I hear Martin talking, but I also hear this like really consistent, thuddy kind of deep noise. And then I looked at your camera and saw Therion. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's perfectly fine. He's extremely happy. He doesn't like being picked up, but he's extremely happy. He even cuddled right up to me. So yes, go ahead.
To be fair, you're probably lucky you're not hearing my cat snore. He's only about 2 rooms away and too close away. So.
Well, I'm sure we'll hear it before the night ends. It's not like we haven't in the past. But they seem to be designed for the commando style squads from the literature that SoCal provided from the Shadow Nets.
Sorry, which commando squad?
Basically the bikes have been seen with commando squads.
Oh, just commando. Okay. Not any specific units or countries.
They've not been associated with any corporates. And they've shown up in corporate wars and taken out both sides sometimes. Though he does also pipe up that there's a rumor that the bike is a control mechanism for something else.
Yeah.
I've seen transforming robots.
Well, you saw them earlier this morning, didn't you?
No, I didn't see you going into robot mode and all that. Just saw you ride off the motorcycle.
I met with the kaiju.
Oh. Yeah.
Although, okay, they weren't actually robots, were they?
They were just magical entities.
Even though they came to defend the town, it was not necessarily a robot, was it?
He didn't get to see it physically, he just saw it spiritually.
Which was more than I saw.
Okay, so yes, you've got a bit of information. Your characters can go into a montage of stuff here if you'd like.
Well, Desrin's main aim for at least the next couple of days probably will be, as I say, he's planning on staying in Angel Grove for a bit to run through the tutorials, but also try and make contact with the lawyers and things like that that apparently contacted him originally, to try and get some more documentation and proof of identity and things like that, and other, basically work through the lawyers and his own sources to basically get some more documentation and proof of identities, things like that he could then take to the local lawyers here to try and get more information about this will, or this bequest that he's been left. So, and confirm that it definitely was him, or whether it was just around the era.
Well, as you spend some time doing the tutorials and talking with the lawyers, you get back that the bike was left to you from your grandfather.
Okay. Did he get more information about his grandfather?
Just says his last name was Oliver.
Oliver? Yeah. Is there any information about his father or his two sisters and a cousin who are also listed as beneficiaries?
Well, they list your father as JJ.
Mm-hmm.
And the others aren't listed at this stage, as in that they have asked her to be anonymous.
Right. Do they have any contact details for JJ and all the other family members or any other family connections?
They are happy to take correspondence and pass it on if they get in touch with those members, they say. As they don't appear to be willing to hand out other people's contact details.
Yeah, fair enough. In which case then, yes, Desrin will leave a contact number and say, well, so let them know that, or if you hear from them, I'm more than happy to, and more than keen to make contact, because I haven't had the opportunity to speak to the others for quite some time. And yes, we've sort of lost contact. As far as Desrin's aware, never had contact.
Okay, so that they take your message and say they will. Where would you like any return correspondence sent?
So the certainly happy to receive anything at this number, and basically provide them with a contact number. If the stuff can't be delivered or transmitted electronically, then, well, I'll still be around here for a few days, but otherwise I'll give you an address to forward things on to before I leave.
Okay. As you're walking out of the lawyer's office, did you head over with anyone?
So I don't know whether the others are hanging around for these days down in Angel Grove, or whether they're thinking, hang on, there's nothing for us down here.
I would try to get as much information on the kaijus as possible, and if they actually were able to get any samples of them.
Well, it turns out every time they're defeated, there's nothing left. They appear to be completely made out of spiritual means.
Starting to go to my idea is their bloody imaginations of a divine being or something big, bloody powerful.
Though rumor has it they come from the moon, but hey, rumors are never quite correct.
But there might be a core of truth in them.
Especially as it does sort of coincide with the moon being visible from Angel Grove when the attacks come. Okay, so while you guys are doing your other researches, or running around, or playing with doors, Womp gets a call from SoCal.
Okay. That's unusual. Yep. Hello?
It says, this is SoCal on the line. I'm not sure what you guys have been doing, but someone seems to have hacked Desrin's phone from Portland.
Okay.
He would recommend Desrin, losing that phone and getting a new one.
Yeah, I'll tell him that.
He's not going to call Desrin now that his phone's been compromised.
Okay. Any idea of what they were after? What they've compromised, or is it just everything?
I believe they're listening in to everything happening in proximity of the phone.
I'm surprised that we're actually able to get phone cover here.
Phone cover seems to work on occasion.
Okay.
Just about once a month it disappears, he says, from records.
Okay. I'll tell Desmond that he's being hacked. When did this occur?
It says about 5-10 minutes ago he got booted off of the device. He couldn't boot them off.
Okay.
They were a bit better skilled than he was.
Yep. Okay, that's scary. I'll go look for Desmond.
Mm-hmm. He's happily walking back from across the street where the lawyers were.
Okay. Hey, I'll wander up to him. Is he playing with his phone?
Oh, no, he's not playing with his phone at the moment. He rarely plays with it while walking.
Okay. Desmond, can I have a look at your phone?
What?
Can I have a look at your phone?
What was yours?
Sokel asked me to look at your phone.
He'll basically be a bit confused, but generally holding it half out. But
Good, I'll grab the phone and break it. Your phone was compromised. So somebody was listening in about 10 minutes ago, 5 to 10 minutes ago. And they were better than SoCal. Whatever you're discussing, somebody else knows.
Okay. We were discussing contacting my family and make arrangements for them to contact me.
And it was about 10 minutes ago you gave them your number.
Yep, that's it. Okay, let's get back to the hotel and work it out. But just can I borrow your phone for a moment? A quick word to SoCal. Just
Yeah, sure. Just
I'll
remember it's a full size.
send a message to SoCal. It's not like you can only talk to SoCal at a moment's notice. So you'll send a message or like leave a message on the phone saying that hey, Wob just broke my phone and said it was you said to do it. Can you monitor the phone number, the contact details to see if anyone tries to contact that number?
The phone rings as you're typing that stuff in. It's SoCal on the line.
Oh, hey.
The first thing he says, "You're so slow typing, Desrin. You should take a course."
Okay. But anyway, yeah. You said you told Bob to destroy my phone?
No, I told him you had your phone was compromised and someone was listening in and they kicked me off.
Right.
I'm usually the one listening in, so it's rather annoying that someone stopped me from doing that.
Yeah. Have you still got access to my systems, like my eyes?
No, everything's completely offline from as far as you're concerned.
That went through the phone?
Yep.
Okay.
He recommends getting a new one and he'll try to upload the old build on there for you.
Yeah.
He always keeps a copy, just in case. He knows how Flogger is with technology.
But yeah, anyway, let's say, you're saying that someone had tipped you off just now. Well, I mean, it's I had just left a contact details to try and catch up with my family.
You didn't happen to leave it with someone from Portland, did you? Because that's where the hack came from.
Technically, it was the agents of the lawyers from Portland.
Well, maybe they have a vested interest in you.
Yeah. I guess.
Maybe you should buy 2 phones and give them the second number and pull out the microphone.
Yeah, okay, yeah. In the meantime, if you can monitor to see if that number tries to be accessed or contacted.
He's completely lost access to the node. Even the message box has disappeared from his system.
Well, have we actually seen much in the way of tech stores in Angel Grove?
Not really.
I don't think we've seen much, have we?
Everything here looks so low tech, it's laughable.
Yeah. Well, we'll aim to, if there is effectively a current day mobile phone store to pick up the 30, 40-year-old junk that's for 2050-ish. And yeah, I will see if I can pick up a couple of phones or comm links or something similar, recognising that they certainly won't be much right now, but it'll be enough to actually at least maintain comms with SoCal and potentially activate the number going through.
So while you're having a look around,
he's looking daggers at Wob saying, okay, There's nothing about destroying the phone.
Hey, you know me with technology.
So while you're looking, you do notice that the elf lawyer you'd been talking to is waving at you from across the street.
Somebody wants to speak to you, I believe.
I will sign off this hotel and hand back your phone. And,
I know you can keep up at the moment, just in case you want to speak to Sokel again.
I'm not going to fit in my pocket.
Yeah, troll size is quite different.
So, okay. So I'll put the portable laptop underneath my arm and walk back across the street.
Okay, so it says, I was informed that your previous phone is having a few problems, so I've been instructed to give you an upgrade. He hands you across a sleek-looking phone.
Thank you for the service.
Okay, I would probably suggest contact SoCal to see if that was actually authorised.
Well, it says, all been paid for, so I'm good, he says as he walks off.
Who contacted you to let you know that my phone had failed?
As you're saying that, you realise he's just continuing to walk off. And there's a text message waiting for you.
Sorry?
There's a text message waiting for you.
Waiting.
Yeah. Message says, please don't destroy this phone.
Please don't destroy this phone.
Yes.
Yes. I didn't quite catch the comment. I was thinking, I'm assuming that's what I actually said. Because I actually heard it, please destroy this phone. I thought, that seems unlikely. This phone will self-destruct in 10 seconds for certain people.
Or I prepared explosive runes this morning. Seems it's one of those fashionable phones that you can snap around your wrist.
That's right. You can go to hospital time being.
Okay, so I'll get my phone back if you got a replacement one.
It looks so nice and shiny.
I'm
sure that will attract Bolt later.
Well, at this stage, yes, we will. New phone in pocket, not wrapped around wrist, and we'll continue to head back to the hotel.
And as you're walking, you see up on your eyes heads up saying pairing complete.
Good.
And it seems to have the stats of how many rounds you've got in your guns and your current heart rate. The fact that noises are slightly muffled as it's in your pocket.
And you're quietly thinking, okay, I'm glad I haven't got a side read yet. And, hey, I'm sure I don't remember all the stuff with the fire equipment I signed up for these cyber.
And it is giving a threat assessment on the troll next to you.
Mostly harmless?
Most likely destroy visible technology.
As I'm walking along there, I will aim to effectively just put my hands on the outside of the pocket type stuff to actually, like basically on the hands on hips type effect, but with the goal of actually trying to block the phone further to see if there's any indication of the further reduction in audio pickup.
It does show a further reduction.
Is it giving you a percentage sort of indicator?
It does, and also says the capability to detect external threats are now minimal.
Until a flogger fronts up.
So you're basically be quietly saying to Womp as we're walking along, or virtually whispering as much as possible, send a message to SoCal, info acquired, but it's auto connected to eyes and has apparently contact made through has recognition of what we're trying in like 10 minutes.
And while you're saying that, it also says gives you a countdown for when your bike will be next ready for the next tutorial.
They certainly, someone will leave, and he definitely had two opportunities in mind as to where this phone and the contact might have come from. And yes, one of them was bad, and one of them is probably actually really bad, but he feels he's good. But the idea being that yes, he's aiming to give a bit of an update to SoCal without using any audio that can be picked up by the phone and or visibly seen by his own eyes.
Okay. So while you're typing, you do see a heads-up display showing the keypad for you to make it easier to type.
Okay,
You're not even looking at the phone you're touching, and you can see a heads-up display in front of you of the same keypad.
Okay, but yeah, so Jason's not making writing text messages, but he will think about which buttons he wants to press to say. Please provide. Please send alarm signal when. I can't remember what name I gave her now. Veronica.
Tatiana.
Tatiana, yes. When Tatiana is ready, does it apparently recognise such mental thought processes, or
it does not seem to give you any indication that it's registered or not, but it does. It still has a countdown going.
okay? On the outside of his pocket, he'll just start effectively manipulating fingers as if he had the keypad there.
Mm-hmm.
Does that seem to work?
That works.
Okay. Good. I'm guessing Tatiana did all stay back in the storage locker.
And when you catch up with the others, it comes up with a urgent threat assessment. It has singled out Bolt as a latent shape changer.
I will.
With warning of too much mental stimulus could lead to catastrophic results.
I will send tap out the message. Friendly, looking at Bolt. Okay. Friendly, look at Womp. Friendly, look at Flogger. Friendly.
We don't know.
Very much lowercase italic.
Yeah. As long as that Desmond isn't a door, he's safe.
What I like to think is Desmond's looked to Flo with his dumb, stupid smile and just goes, ... Yes. Whenever we're friendly, it's just yes.
Well, literally is that thought process of, well, possibly not hostile, or at least not deliberately hostile.
Not killing me yet.
Not hostile with intent.
And surprisingly enough, it's still listing Bolt as a danger warning.
The primary threat?
Well, it's listing it as a threat.
Mm-hmm. Now, Bolt is probably still safe as long as Tatiana he's not wearing Tatiana at the time.
A video does pop up. Click here to see more.
Does Flogger see the threat notification?
He does not, because it's only on Desrin's eyes. Unless you pull the eyes
Yeah,
out.
I was going to call Flogger. I was going to call Bolt a treat then. Because Flogger doesn't know how to read. Bolt's a treat. There you go.
There are certainly, I'm assuming this is basically happening as we're getting back to the hotel and going through. So Desmond will certainly, happily click the video to see more.
Okay, so you see something that looks very much like Bolt, suddenly going angry, muscles bulging, claws extending, and then ripping a person in half.
Well,
didn't seem to struggle at all with that.
Considering what we saw at the laboratory where Bolt was apparently made, that is certainly very believable.
And the most disturbing part is, after a person's ripped apart, it starts to eat the person.
So basically, after watching that, I'm sure he basically sitting down on the couch in the penthouse again, and the others sitting in the penthouse while there's lunch going on. He'll basically watch the video, watch himself cook bits and pieces, read through the comments, get caught in the YouTube spiral for a bit.
Well, currently it's listed as a black project. Apparently there is a group of corporations doing animal humanoid genome combinations.
Do any of the images or videos appear to they look like the facility that we entered and got our, what was the name of that facility?
Cavallard Research Center.
Cavallard, yes.
Looks like the video itself was filmed at Cavallard. You can see the logo in the corner.
Is there any indication of date, time, or anything like that?
It seemed to be maybe about 6 months before Bolt broke out.
Right. Has Bolt talked about his history with the group much?
Not particularly, nor has you ever seen Bolt get really angry.
No, I think so.
Though the one time you did see Bolt get angry, Bolt bit through solid metal with his teeth.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have metal teeth.
Yeah, okay, so if Bolt's sitting around chatting or talking or drinking or
Chasing?
watching cars on the screen, twitching. Then, 'cause, 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 Diesel was going to ask the question. Hey, Bolt, after the one we did on Camelot, is everything been okay?
Oh, it's been great. I've been able to chase things. I've been able to chase things. I managed to buy fruit or something too.
What was your... How long do you remember what happened before you went to Camelot and we've been back again?
Don't remember much. I remember it was bad. It was nice. I didn't like that place. So I ran away.
Right. And we're very happy to have you with us now.
Yes.
We're all friends here.
So the biggest thing that sticks in Bolt's mind is they kept trying to make Bolt angry.
All Bolt wanted to do was chase things. And you know, chase things. Cat. You kind of see his tail.
Mental note. I'm sure always carry Scooby snacks.
Scooby snacks solve lots of problems.
It's been super fun since joining you guys.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. As I say, we're all friends here. And we're always having fun.
Bolt nods his head very enthusiastically.
And as you're looking at Bolt, you're having a threat meter, giving it in the currently green state for Bolt. Doesn't seem to have a threat meter for anyone else, just Bolt.
And you're enjoying the holiday down here, aren't you?
Well, I mean, I've been a little bored. I got stuck in a room that wouldn't open.
And you sort of see it start rising into orange now while you're watching.
What's the timer on Tatiana's recovery period at the moment?
You've still got another whole 20 hours to wait, and you're just itching to go. You've only had 4 hours since you turned it off.
Yeah.
Well, probably more like 2 hours since you turned it off.
It's been 4 hours since I've seen you. I missed you.
Hey. Oh, he's stalking his own motorcycle.
Oh, that's okay, because she's talking me. Well, you know, while I was out this morning, there was some great mountains and wilderness to run and play around in. Want to get out and run around a bit?
Yes. That sounds good.
Get out of these four walls?
That sounds very good.
That's one thing. What's the local wildlife like around here? Anything dangerous?
Well, the reports are that they can be 20 to 100 feet tall. And that they're not particularly animal, vegetable, or mineral. They could technically be all three or none at the same time. Because no one knows which direction the kaiju is going to come from next. They seem to appear out of nowhere.
Aside from the kaiju, Any information or stories about the regular local wildlife?
There's lots of bunnies.
Hey.
Yes, I heard bunnies.
Yeah. The anime that I've seen, I don't like bunnies. Especially if they're white and there's lots of them.
And they have pointy teeth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess ReZero? Possibly?
What was that? Am I like 3 zeros?
No, ReZero.
Yeah, ReZero. Those rabbits are really dangerous.
Yeah, I was referencing
The anime.
we were
Okay.
talking about.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was trying to figure out what it was, because I don't know the animes that well.
Oh. Basically, the rabbits are the avatar of a gluttony god.
Whereas I was obviously mentally showing my age because personally I mean it's all bunnies.
Yeah, that's the awful rabbit. Yeah, you can deal with that. You just run away. The rabbit from ReZero, you can't run away. There's just too many of them.
Big the Monty Python rabbit.
That was the one I was thinking of.
Like 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm thinking that it looks like a glorious afternoon. Let's go out and get away from it all. While we're down here on holiday.
Yeah, just don't make any cooing noises.
Cooing.
And because, hey, we're all down here to be happy. And yeah, so Declan will be encouraging Bolt to come out. He'll even offer if Bolt wants to dink on the back of the bike. Or whether or not if Womp and Flo are coming out with it too, with they're going to get on the bus. And well, I guess how long is it distance-wise to get to a nice patch of wilderness?
On the bike, you can probably get there in about an hour or so.
Okay, right. So the point being, it's certainly longer than walking distance.
On your other bike, you could probably get there in about less than a minute.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'll tell the others that, hey, yeah, I saw this great spot out there where really get back to nature. Wonderful experience. And yeah. Are you guys ready to come?
I'm very excited.
Back to
Because Bolt and Declan can go on a bike, but he can't really carry the trolls on the bike.
I think we would have to rent a van if we're going to go out there.
Well, looks like we're going to be here for a few days, so
Can we
Yeah,
ask
maybe
the wise man downstairs? He has everything.
we can look at some regular transportation.
They have troll, the equivalent of troll go-karts. They sit in the same space as an actual car, but have a single seat for a troll.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Have they got controls that can be remoted across to another service?
Well, they're all manual. The sales slogan is hands on for all your needs.
Yeah. I'm not entirely certain whether that's going to suit Florida.
Why? There's no doors.
Yes.
You might start a seat collection.
How well can you able to control them? I'm not thinking much of a driver.
Oh, I think he's just as good as I am.
Flogger being a driver.
He does have agility too, and he has
Hey.
driving 1.
I have driving 1.
So
Hey, he's better than me.
I can drive.
Okay.
and he's even capable of picking up the car and using it as a melee weapon.
Yeah.
It's a control construction. It should take it too.
Well, in that case, hey, let's go.
Okay, so 2 of you on the bike, unless Bolt wants his own little buggy.
I don't think I can drive.
You can ride with Flogger. You will be fine.
I think Bolt just wants to stick his head out and just.
Bolt has 3 in agility, so
Flogger.
Bolt is naturally good at driving, just not trained in it.
Oh.
Got to use his agility.
But okay, Jason's already worked on the idea that Bolt had to hang on the back of the bike and stuff as a good for 2.
I'll happily hang on the back of the bike. That's not that fun.
And then he's got to quietly ignore the constant head-up display saying, "Danger, danger, danger!" and he has Bolt's arm wrapped around him, holding on.
More probably along the lines of, I think this action is inadvisable.
Don't anger the puppy. Make puppy be happy by going fast. Lots of tongue lolling.
Get a ball-proof squishy ball and play fetch.
Right. I'm half believe going to dig it out in the middle of the lesson. Having some time to run around.
It does say if you do have a crash while the Bolt is on there with you, Bolt has a 50% more chance of survival than you do. Even without the biker gear.
Yeah. And of course, what he's not saying is that, yeah. And I'm not talking about the crash either. or if we extrapolate to the 15-minute period past the crash, then your health probability decreases dramatically if Bolt feels a bit angry or peeved at the situation.
Okay, so you find yourself coming up into the wilderness areas that you'd been in previously. As you do, you notice that most of your vision starts to pixelate and lag a lot.
Okay. Well, you'll slow down a bit as it's getting a bit harder to see, and encourage possibly an earlier stop than you were planning for. As soon as we can find a bit of a decent spot where it's going to be a bit quiet, limited other people, and say, hey, this is a good spot.
Got rolling hills and mountains as far as you can see.
Sorry?
Rolling hills and mountains as far as you can see.
Indeed. Okay, so look like a good spot. Look being in over here, because this is not really see what it looks like today. And he'll encourage her, yep, pull over and say, yeah, hey, you got about it?
Bolt immediately looks where he pointed.
You see something move, do you dash off?
Oh, of course I do.
Okay, so before you know it, your warning levels have lowered. You hear a happy squeal going off into the distance. And then the sound of the two troll go-karts show up.
Okay. I will. Well, can when they get there and they stop and get out of their go-kart or see what the go-kart they're doing, is Bolt still in visual range? At least for them.
For them,
Probably
yeah.
not away from me, but
Though you are getting some text popping up saying issue with visual feed, inferior technology used.
yeah. But I will say to the others, yeah, I can tell Bolt gone for the run, so I'm guessing that this is the end of the road for a little bit. I'm going to sit over here under the tree and relax.
Okay.
And yeah, but his main plan is actually effectively, he's still keeping the new phone in the pocket and things like that, and basically he's going to just basically really tapping on his thigh again, the virtual keypad, saying, so, Tatiana, was it you that got into the phone, my previous phone?
That says affirmative. Previous phone was inferior technology.
Yes, which is why it was destroyed. But why did you have to wait until the time you did?
Contact reference was not provided.
Okay.
I've got a feeling I'm going to get a phone call saying, Desmond's phone's been compromised.
Well, considering the phone started compromised, this was the one. But that's what happened.
Yeah. Registration of technology has been subsumed by this phone, it says.
Okay. Yeah.
Copy of previous details has been retained.
Thank you. I appreciate the upgrade.
Hacker has been removed from system.
The hacker referenced was did it use the nomenclature SoCal and or did it have this icon? Basically.
It says affirmative that the limited skills of the other hacker was laughable.
Okay. That one was friendly. Again, another friend.
Termination was not applied.
So your phone's got black eyes on it.
If the access is granted to that icon when required, when requested.
Backdoor to that person's system appropriate.
Yeah. I'm not good at that, man. Okay, you're saying that you're going to provide a backdoor for SoCal to contact to get into my phone, or it's opening a backdoor into SoCal system. But they're just going to work on the idea of, okay. Designation SoCal is allowed backdoor access to the system.
Designated SoCal is flagged for investigation.
Investigation by who?
System will investigate SoCal.
While you're doing that, you look down and there's like 3 rabbits at your feet that you didn't notice. Yep, look there.
How badly torn?
Can you actually tell that they're rabbits?
I don't know. Dice roll for brawn, I guess.
I'm leaving it at player's preference.
The first one is a little bit mangled, but the second and third ones are getting progressively better as he's learning to hunt these rabbits.
Learning that they're not actual, that when you grab them, you don't have to bite too hard.
Yeah. He's learning. Whoa.
What we're saying is that, yes, the first one that's returned has been quite tangled. The first 2 that got caught, there was nothing left to actually return.
What rabbits?
Well, you are sharing, you're just having some yourself. Okay, so yeah, Bolt is having a ball. It's the first time you've been let loose in a forested, populated area for a long time.
Yay.
Not since they were trying to make you angry have you actually been out like this.
Yes, but in this case, it's my friends actually taking me out for a special play date.
Yeah, no shop collars at all.
Okay, using utilities, I'm going to slightly animate the rabbit, the dead one.
So you want to make it flop about?
Yeah. So, and try to move it away from Bolt.
Bolt is nowhere near you right now.
So is Flogger and Womp actually hanging around where they're sitting under the tree type stuff?
I believe they are, because Womp's currently playing with a dead rabbit, and I think Flogger is potentially eyeing off the dead rabbit whether or not he should do something to it.
What is like working on his like punching technique? Good tree right now.
Okay, so you're cutting down the tree.
Pretty much. This tree insulted me. I'm punching a tree.
So you hit the tree, you seem to open the tree as the tree splits open in multiple directions. You've just found a new door.
Oh. Rip the tree out of its root. Mine.
You see a very happy Flogger hugging the stump of a tree he just shattered. Well, it did open.
Yep.
Anything that opens must have a door.
Yep.
Degu will ask Tatiana, the video of what was perceived as threat, but is friendly, that you displayed earlier, i.e. the one showing the parent dog man ripping apart other people type of pieces.
It comes up with a document that you start going through that talks about schizophrenia is fairly common amongst that bloodline at this stage.
Okay. Desmond's going to actually, as well, actually, he's got access to the phone to solve these as well, when he goes forward, but he'll try and do it himself, or he'll ask Tatiana to forward the video and documentation to this contact number, and basically give them, like say, for Wonk's number.
Mm-hmm.
And then say to Wonk, yeah, just for your awareness, I've received some highly distributed information. I sent it to your phone, sent it to your com.
So a message pops up. A connection has been requested. Do you accept?
I'll hit the yes button.
Okay. It starts having a percentage thing going across as it starts to make its pairing. With a Desmond picture showing up as the person connecting with you.
Okay.
Does it have like a twinkling smile, like ding?
Well, the higher the percentage goes, the more it smiles. So sad face to start with and becomes happier as it connects.
And am I getting an indication of this connection process going on?
No, yours is saying it's currently sending file.
Okay. Thank you. I didn't think it was happy to file.
Okay, so once it's finished connecting, you see that there's a video file and a couple of documents have been sent across.
Okay, I'll play the video file.
Okay, so you get to watch what looks like Bolt, but a few different colors, apparently get really angry, grow quite a lot larger, and then rip the person who made it angry in half and start eating them.
And so, yeah, so James was suggesting to Bolt home. We might want to keep Bolt happy.
Okay, you got one of the flogger.
And the notations do say each subject was set off by different things, so it wasn't a consistent trigger that made them angry.
Okay, so on the plus side, they don't have command words. That would be bad.
Though there is a slight warning, overexposure to magic may cause it to permanently mutate or gain the ability to change between multiple forms.
Desmond, did you actually watch this video all the way through?
Well, I saw the first bit, and that's when I decided we were going to go for a bit of a run in the park.
Yeah, the last bit.
I've been a bit busy since then.
The last bit, not to be in a magic area can cause mutations. You do realise that...
Well, yeah, don't cast spells on it, I guess. That's all good.
Yeah, but this area is highly magical.
If you say so. And we don't want to keep Bolt around this area?
Yeah. So basically, if the next kaiju visit, because that amps up the magic like anything, we might actually have a problem.
Keep Bolt in the basement?
You want to be locked in the basement with that thing?
I didn't say I was in the basement.
Why are we locking the puppy in the basement?
Do you show Flogger the video?
Yeah.
So Flogger gets to see Bolt grow to possibly bigger than Flogger's size and rip someone in half.
Big puppy.
Yeah, but big puppy hungry afterwards.
And then start eating the person that ripped in half.
We want to keep Puppy happy. You could have played with Puppy.
Though Flogger does see weird things in the video as he's looking at it, there seems to be some sort of aura around the footage of the person. and it goes really bright right before the person grows, and it seems to be like their eyes are just lit with hatred.
Huh. This puppy hasn't had enough pets.
This was the main reason I wanted to come out and let Bolt have some fun time running in the fields. I didn't want to actually tell Bolt this part of the story, but just remember, keep Bolt happy. A happy Bolt is a happy life.
We need to get some squeaky toys in.
Tell Bolt's story and freak Poppy out. What is it?
Okay.
Okay, Em, so you're having fun running around chasing things in the park.
Oh,
Well, is full from how far away I am.
Yes, you hear Flogger saying has to tell Poppy story.
Okay.
And then Bolt gets distracted by Bunny Rabbit.
I'll do items on the way back.
Well, you've had quite a few by this stage.
Well, and the other thing, like I said, how good Bolt's illusion spells.
No, it's not. I'm using utility just to levitate moving around.
No, but I was thinking about the damn good illusion spells. Then, yep, Bolt
No,
gets
I don't have mask, unfortunately.
Okay.
I've only got it to spell.
But I was thinking, yeah, it'd be nice if Bolt got distracted by Rabbit and Flogger got distracted by Door. But suddenly appeared between two trees.
you know Bolt so well. No, not Bolt. Which one am I? Man, I am mean to the
Hey,
place.
yeah, it's about time to get back to my screen.
Yeah, the fence was. Can I do it?
And so when Puppy reaches you again, you do notice that Bolt is about probably about half a foot taller than Bolt was previously.
This is probably
Having fun, Bolt?
the happiest you've seen Bolt in ages. His tail is like full wagging without control. His ears are perked up. He's got bunnies in his hands.
Bolt being to reverse it. Good puppy. Dum, 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 dum.
And hey, the height difference might just be that Bolt's actually standing up straight for a change. But hey, I'm sure paranoia will work just as well.
Yeah.
Well, either that, or basically Bolt doesn't need to get angry, just needs to get very emotional.
Now, Bolt, there is an awesome story that I need to tell you.
How about ice cream?
Okay, so we gotta get on
Have you ever
to
heard of the big dog?
Do you mean my brother?
You have a brother?
I have brothers and sisters. I have lots of them.
Oh. Do they look like you?
No.
Let me tell you about big dogs that look like you.
Okay.
Well, we did go to a place that there was a lot of bolts, no?
And Bolt did mention.
Although Flogger didn't actually go inside that one, I think.
Oh, that's right.
The driver duties.
I was stuck in van. And now I'm gonna have ripped off van door.
Jacob is quietly moving out to the other side of the tree and possibly a few trees further down the line.
Getting the bike ready to go.
And he's probably Flogger's going to start telling Bolt a story.
So the statistics do come up on the screen on his eyes as he's doing that, saying that the running speed of the hybrid has been clocked at almost as fast as your bike.
Almost.
Okay, I don't need to outrun Bolt. I need to outrun Flogger.
That's not hard.
Though it has been known to chase the fastest thing.
Noted. Thank you.
So yes, how does Bolt go after hearing the story of the growing family member?
I just say angry puppy.
Angry puppy.
Angry puppy. Look like you. Evil red eyes.
Oh, that was probably big brother. He was very angry. He was nice. I didn't like him.
Yeah, no one likes angry big brother.
Big brother.
You do have a flash of memory of Big Brother being out how you got out. He got angry, and while people were trying to make Big Brother calm, you managed to escape in the process.
Maybe I let him slightly better now.
And you do remember Big Brother getting to twice his size in his anger.
And it's big brother.
He was able to crush doors as much, probably a bit thicker than what Flogger can.
Big brother would rise me.
And your last sight of him is you remember him ripping a troll in half. And all the saberware going everywhere.
Yep. Definitely a match.
Okay, if James could continue to place you think you begin to understand Tatiana's first assessment is the idea that if you get the part of sign up troll.
Yes, but big brother was special.
Though you also had to run away from Big Brother because Big Brother was trying to kill you right afterwards.
Yeah.
Big Brother angry
I
didn't
like
know,
him.
doesn't have friends when he's angry.
It was nice.
We're all friends. We're all happy.
I could choose where it was. I'm very happy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think that this would be a good point for us to call it for the night after you get that last bit of flashback of you and Big Brother.
Yeah, so the intent will be, basically, Bolt had fun, chasing rabbits, we'll go back into town again, get some ice cream, and head back to the hotel.
Both had memory the first time in a long time.
And the last memory I'll leave Bolt with is when Bolt's in Bolt's happiest place, Bolt can run easily on 4 legs. And faster than you can on 2.
I must try this.
Basically,
maybe next outdoor outing.
so from player perspective, Bolt remembers turning into a wolf.
Yeah. I had kind of pictured, so probably inaccurate, yeah, that Bolt would probably actually spending time when chasing rabbits. Part of the time might have been effectively on all 4s and stuff, but yeah. So I'm happy that actually happened. She actually stayed on 2 legs the whole time when she was chasing rabbits.
Well, it didn't actually change form, but would have been able to do 2 and 4 legs quite successfully. Just didn't change form.
Yeah, so certainly it stayed in humanoid form, but just the idea of gambling around on. I said that my mental picture of Bolt actually has of gambling around on arms and legs or hands and feet quite regularly. So, but yeah. Bolt gets to enjoy a lovely evening dreaming of
Chasing rabbits.
chasing rabbits and furry women. Whereas Desrin has a somewhat disturbed night's sleep, potentially with constant messages popping up on his retinal display in the middle of the night saying, "Oh yes, charging, 75% complete."
I thought it'd be dancing dead rabbits.
Or the video of the wolf changing in size in a long loop. Going forward, go in reverse, putting the person back together again. Okay, so, and I believe Flogger has happy door numbering dreams.
Well, Flogger has frustrating dreams about revolving doors that can't work out where the hinge is.
It spins, it doesn't open. I am defeated.
No matter how hard I push or pull, the door just comes with me.
That or somebody's going to paint a door on a wall.
Yes, except he'll open it. You know him that well.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you very much all.
All good.
Have a good evening.
And Pathfinder on Friday.
Friday. Yep.
Yep. Looking forward to seeing what happens next.
Indeed.
Okay.
Okay then.
Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
And I'll put it on end credits.
Yep.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.